Bella null. How's it? All good? Bella Swampy. Bella Fede. Thank you so much. To you too, guys. This seems a bait. Unless you're hunting at work. It is tough to understand, like, if it is just like a quote sometimes from my videos, or you just found something, especially if you're hunting for Cressia yourself. But I guess it is a quote. Hi, Mastom. How's it? Here we go. What do you tell me, guys? How's it going? How's it going with the hounds? I saw many shinies lately. Bella Scorti. So I don't know. I don't know if I gotta call you FS or Flainsis. Tell me. Anyway, Bella, bro. Welcome. Give me a second. I opened the wrong counter. There we go. Ok, ok. Bella FS. Understandable, Master. Understandable. The audio is low. No, by the way, it is fine. Like, you are right. I said it for a recording, not for a stream. I didn't want to change it. And I don't like to speak too loud. So, tell me if it is fine now. Hoping that whenever I get a shiny, it doesn't explode. Aye. Don't worry. I mean, tell me whatever way you want to be called, and I will go for it. But every time I keep moving around, hold on, give me a second. I just have the Baroque Works movement right now. Alright. I am not expecting to scream actually, but it depends. In the end, when I'm streaming, as I always tell you, I'm like really focused on the hound, so I'm always kind of ready for a shine, you know. When I can scream actually is when I'm looking at something, when I'm watching a show or whatever. It is either I mean, if it is an important shiny, of course, it is either like a very delayed reaction or a very loud reaction. Basically, it is just like it catches me just like super off guard every time. But those ones are the best reactions actually. Anyway, tell me if the audio is fine now. Like in the end, I mean, I set the mic in a way that like there is a compression whenever like my voice or whatever noise goes like from super low to super high. It is never really going to the like to the top. So I mean to the top, I mean like too high, you know. It is gonna be compressed. So it shouldn't be a problem, but I mean like every single time I touch a mic, I mean you touch a mic, you never know. With all the issues that I went through the past year. Hi boy. I'm fine. I'm great. What about you? Best of luck. Alright. GL. And that's almost triple odds. Not more than triple odds. Almost quad odds. Actually, that's unfortunate. I'm kind of feeling like I'm forgetting something, but I sent the link to the Discord. I said this story to IG. I don't know. Everything should be done. I feel like I'm missing something right now. Beside the shiny, of course. Always missing. I don't know what Cobblemon is. Is it a fan made? Okay. I don't know. Not really. Not really. I'm kind of ready for a shiny like from a moment to another actually in Gen 5 right now, because I'm almost at 20Ks total. No, I'm more than 20Ks total for the second member. I'm actually feeling a shiny in that hound. Eventually tomorrow, I don't know. I don't think today I'll be hunting beside this stream, so... But I don't know, I'm really hoping to keep phasing in that hound. There are so many good Pokemons. Zangoose, Seaviper, Braviary. Here's Route... Here's Route 11. Pokemon White. It's a great place. So, I have no voice. Also, I was a bit curious that, like, there are, like, both Seaviper and Zangoose in white, and I suppose also in black. It is pretty weird, actually. I would have expected for them to be split. As normal. But they aren't. Problem in that route when it comes to phases is that like it is, I mean, all of them, I'm going with Magnet Pool, so all of the remaining Pokemons are like relatively low. So like 5% Zangoose, 5% Seaviper should be, 5% Mungus. Braviary is 12.5. And then there is also Gligar, 7.5. I like Braviary actually a lot. I have a perfect nickname for it. Would be great. My example of an underrated and overrated shiny. Underrated 100% Graveler. I was talking about it in the past stream too. Super underrated in my honest opinion. Just get 80. Because it is common, where it's a very great shiny. Overrated. I mean, there are many as also underrated. First one I can think to, I don't want to be hating on Scarty right now, but I think Akurem is very, very overrated. I'm not even gonna lie. It is okay, I would say, but it's a great shiny, okay. That's it. Pretty much. No, I'm being serious. Also, another underrated shiny is Tentacruel, 100%. Super underrated. They are common, so like people don't target them, and it is fair. But since they are never being targeted, They just like get lost, you know? Ok. Year loss. But allora, it's going great. What about you? We're here chilling, collecting some encounters. Hopefully collecting a phase. Honestly speaking, now I'd rather, like, since I already know that I'm phasing on both multiple times, I'd rather start with Pelipper, honestly, just because I picked up the Tentacle Hound again. I don't know if you follow me on IG, I set a story, some stories about it. I did 1,000 encounters in the past 3 days. I had the vibe, the softlock Tentacle. And I would like to find Tentacle before a Tentacruel eventually, but this is just like a compilation purpose, because I'll be setting all of them in order, and it would be cooler to see like Tentacle and then 1,000 Tentacruels. But just like, it is not fundamental, you know. It's just cool if it happens, but I of course prefer Tentacruel over Pelipper overall. Okay, interesting. I think OO is one of the best shinies. More than white, there is silver, and I think silver is pretty fair considering like ashes or whatever. When it comes to OO, to me, it's sweets it pretty good. And then, yeah, gold/orange, I think it works, in my honest opinion. Also in contrast to silver, it's pretty good. Considering a shiny overrated doesn't mean hating on a shiny at all. But I think OO actually gets what he deserves. It is pretty loud, in my honest opinion. A slightly underrated shiny is also Zubat, in my honest opinion. It is pretty cool. Especially in Sinnoh. The Sinnoh sprite. Now, I don't remember if in Platinum should be a bit different from Diamond and Pearl. I'm not sure about it though, but the Diamond and Pearl sprite already is tier S as a base form Pokemon in Sinnoh. It looks super good and completely gives away the vibe it should give. And the shiny looks good in my honest opinion. Also, you can't even see like the internal part of the wing. There is a bit like, I don't know if I vibe too much the color that you got in the wings. Golbat in this scenario, but also Zubat like in Aragon, so silver. But Zubat is very solid in my honest opinion. But also Golbat, like, they are great shinies in the end. I'm not a big lover when it comes to Crobat. I still, as always, like my theory about kind of overall is that there always has to be a dark color in a Pokemon design in order to make it be complete. And Crobat got like 2 very light colors, so very light, 2 light colors. nice. Enjoy the farming. Bella lì. Harry Birth, welcome, finally. Special event. Trying to think about other underrated shinies in my honest opinion. Let me see. Or even overrated. Oh, underrated one, like, I don't even know if it is underrated, but like I don't really see anyone talking about it, is Tyrog. It looks pretty good. Genuinely. Favorite shiny, I'm gonna tell you Lugia and Gyarados. Gyarados is also underrated, but this is just like the same reason as Graveler. It's like he's given away for free. Unfortunately. But at least I got some full odds now. Zora and Zoroark are insane. Super good. Especially Zorua. Fantastic contrast. Very good. I don't know. It is tough actually to... I don't really have any predict for it. It is just gonna be wild, but not... I mean, like, in the end I will be in the single encounters, so it will not be as wild as the past year, 100%. I don't know, I don't have any expectations, but I would really love to see something magic happening again. Just as the past year. Getting away with a target would be crazy, or not even a target, but like, I mean, the target would be Magby. I would also be loving a Machoke. I kind of inserted it in the graphic as well as one of the targets, even if, I mean, I don't really mind. Like, it is common, so there is not I'm really craving for it to shine. I will have other chances to get it. But bro, I want a Machamp. Anyway, there are also because of Magby, there are also two Pokemons that are 1% in that area. That are Geodude and Slugma. And I mean, like, overall, I would have a 10% of getting away with a crazy find. Because Magby is 8%, and if I was finding the target, like, within 2 weeks, would be insane, 8%. Or one of those two would still be an insane find. I still don't have a Slugma, so... I have plenty of duplicates, but there are many that I still never found in Stark Mountain. Even if I did like 8 or 9 phases. Never found a Golbat in there. I mean, Slugma is rare, so fair enough. But also, this time I will be challenging potentially like Camerupt, Rhydon. They're great. Rhydon, I need it for the Live Index. I don't know how many chances I will have in the future to go for one unless I set it as the target. So, I mean, you know, like phasing on stuff for the Live Index is always great, as long as it's not duplicate. But I mean, like through the years, I will collect a ton of duplicates from that place. But still, the place is super versatile. Super versatile with your radar and Gen 8. Double encounters, single encounters, a legendary, like there is everything. So good. Yeah, basically I'm hosting an event. There are also a couple of videos dedicated to it on the channel if you wanna go a little bit more in depth into the event that take place from the 1st of February to the 14th of February included. So 2 weeks. The only reason why it is a double week is because I wanted for everyone to have the chance to join. If someone was like busy in a week, then like it would have been done and it would have been said actually, you know. So 2 weeks everyone can join. And basically the main goal is just to find as many shinies as we can in this Stark Mountain. It is a very big place and very underrated place, probably the most underrated one. Like it is full of like uncommon shinies, very cool. There are also differences when it comes to Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, the GBA insert, Gligar, Magby, the Pokéradar exclusive, such as Torkoal, in the outside of the Stark Mountain that still is considered Stark Mountain. There is Skarmory, Rhydon that is also in the inside Camerupt. Like, and also then there are the double encounters. In Platinum they are elite. There is Coffin, is one of the, I would say probably might be the rarest shiny catchable on Platinum, I would say at this point. Beside like Azurill in the Great Marsh, I don't even know if there is in Platinum or is just a Diamond and Pearl exclusive, but like that one is the point. And then there's also Etran. And that's it. This is the event basically. You can play like from whatever device as long as it is in the Stark Mountain, like from the phone, the emulator. Who cares? Hi, Anton. Good morning to you too. A cargo is great. I was expecting to get one the past year, I didn't. Instead, I'm plenty of Weezings. But whatever, the first time I joined the Stark Mountain, bro, I remember I was setting as the target Weezing, found first phase, like it was insane, 15%. I think that Weezing is one of the best shinies in the world. I don't think that one is underrated, like I don't think it gets what he deserves from the community in general, but I don't think it is, like I'm not sure if it is underrated or not, because I really think like everyone that looks at it thinks it is super great. Probably, I would say definitely my third favorite shiny. Even if I think that like it is better than Luya and Gyarados, but those two are my favorite ones. Cinderace was the starter, right? I don't even know how it looks in the shiny form. I don't remember. I think I checked it once at least during a stream in the past. I hope I'm at least getting the Pokemon. It should be that one. Do you? Nice. I also like it. I really like this playlist. Shout out to Game Chop. Could be from them. I mean, they reposted it, but if you wanna vibe the playlist yourself, there's the link in the bio. It really would. It really would. I'm pretty sure that like one day, I don't know when, because there are still a couple things I want to do in this Stark Mountain. Also, I don't even know how long Magby is gonna take. So I don't know, but I would like to do it full odds with your other. Could be, I mean, that one would definitely be an insane trophy. But I would have to structure the hunt in a way I never did. I never did an hunt that way, even similar. I would have to be single hunting for it, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I could. I mean, like for that one, single hunting 100%. Potentially, I could try and triple hunt overall. So like, I don't know. With the right hand, I play for Torkoal, and with the left, that I can like super easily play from two at the same time. Can get some encounters. I don't know. That's what I thought about the first time I tried to think about like doing something for Torkoal. But that one is crazy. I'd love for that one to be my first ever full odds Pokerod round. Unfortunately, it is not from Jump 4. It is not from Sinnoh. I would have loved to insert it in the Lindax. In the final video that I will be uploading in, I don't know, probably Alpha Decade. Hi Al. Good morning to you too, bro. It is Sinnoh. As Boy said. It is like in the northern part of Sinnoh. The very far away mountain. Almost 200 encounters already collected. Pretty great. Oh, I didn't start the timer. But I started this stream half an hour ago, so let me go straight to 9 hours. Give me a sec. That's what I was missing. Timer. Here it is. By the way, it is a shame that I can't actually be on the double encounters for the Stark Mountain, and I can't even be on 5 devices, as I was telling you the past stream. I will be on 4 because I didn't have the space on the layout, unfortunately. So I will not only not be on 5, but also from the single encounters. So it will be, it will still be a grind, but I won't be collecting as many encounters as I would have. Hopefully the RNG helps. As the past year, I'd like to upload just a collective video. The past year I dedicated a video to E-Tron, but it was a different round in the end. But I'd like to collect. I'd like to put everything together. It would be a bit sad if it was only just like 2 shinies, you know. But it can definitely be it. Who knows? In the end, like the last phase, the past time was 40,000. Yeah. Besides that, I'm a strong supporter of the Oni. I wanna make this item spread in shiny hunting. Actually, it's just too clutch, especially when it comes to 5, even 4. It depends. But the way I hunt, the Oni is perfect in such a spot. I don't remember if it was you that I was talking to when on IG, that when I told you, or I don't know who, that when I hunt I don't like to move the elbow. I like to keep like the forearm attached to the desk, and then just like move the end without ever moving the elbow. And if I had to to catch the like left and right buttons. I would have to stress my arms too much. That's why. This one is pretty easy, like just a couple of clicks. You could even use Sweet Scent, but the Oni is better because you have to press a button less. And the way I place my consoles, it is not piano, but it's just like I mean, like they are just like super weirdly placed on the desk, just in order for my hands to feel more comfortable. There are a couple consoles in which I can't reach out on the directional buttons. So if I was hunting with Sweet Scent, I would have to introduce the directional buttons that I'm just like cutting down right now. I'm not using them. I'll just have to introduce it because I would have to go like down of one to go for Sweet Scent. I gotta skip the info of the Pokemon. If only it was just as in Ruby and Sapphire, in which the moves were like at the top, it would have been the same. There are only two, Magby and Gligar. And both of them are pretty great, actually. I'm giving the priority to Magby because I'm such a fan of Magmortar. Oh, by the way, talking about just like a little excursus, talking about again the super underrated shiny Moltres. To me is one of the most underrated shinies ever, and it is one of the best looking ones ever, in my honest opinion. I thought about it just because of Magmortar, they're pretty similar. Anyway, giving the priority to Magby. Both Magby and Gligar can be for the decks for me, because of Gliscor and Magmortar. I mean, I also love Gliscor, but I've never hunted for a Magby in Gen 4, and I already hunted for Elekid in Gen 4. So I'm kind of liking the complete duo thing, you know? So yeah. I don't even know if Magby has ever got found yet, actually, live. I don't remember, I didn't check it out, but it would be a great flight in that spot, I don't know. Same thing for Gligar, they are rare and pretty exclusive as Pokemons. No, I mean, Gligar can be found in Platinum, but Gligar in the mountain, but I wouldn't consider it. Anyway, probably in the future, I will go for Gligar. I think it would be great to have it from the mountain rather than the route before the Turnback Cave. Under the cycling road. That one is pretty standard, even if it is fair. But I don't know, I'd like to exploit the mountain as much as I can. Hi Sergio. I wouldn't say extremely expensive. It is expensive, like it depends on what you consider extremely expensive, actually. On average, I paid my capture cards $200 each. So do your math. It is a bit less in euros, but that's how much I paid for the capture cards. I bought them in different moments, actually. I bought 3, then 1, and 1 again. But I mean, I bought the entire device. I also had to pay a lot of shipping because I'm set in Italy. They are from the US. So, but overall, I still paid less than 900 euros total, shipping included. So I'm pretty satisfied with the capture cards. Yeah, Magby only with leaf green. Gligar with emerald. Shiny hunting idea Arceus but with the Void Glitch. It is cool. It is cool. I only hunted a Pokemon with the Void Glitch in my entire life, and it was Darkrai, one of my first ever rounds. Where it isn't. I don't know if the Void Glitch got any update or evolution, but the last time, so like years ago, I checked it out. Arceus wasn't this convenient because there is a little bit of an additional cutscene before the encounter. But on the other hand, like if the point is like, I don't know, applying the Void Glitch specifically to an Hound and make it be cooler because of the Void Glitch, that one is the perfect Hound because there is literally the Void Glitch in the entire cutscene, which in the Darkrai Hound or Shaming Hound there isn't. So it is cool, I would say, but I've never hunted it that way, so the only thing I remember is that like there is a little bit to do probably with the Explore Kit a second before doing the encounter. I don't know. I barely even went for the regular one that way. I did it a couple times, but it was probably more than half a decade ago, I would say at this point. Way before I hunted for Darkrai. And when I hunted for Darkrai it was 2021. I think I found out about the Void Glitch in 2019. Shout out to Retire, by the way. He's crazy about it. The creator of the Void Glitch. It's tough not to love it, but there are many people that don't like it. I don't know how, actually. The only thing I wish is that like it was a bit less fat. Actually, I don't want to be body shaming Pokemons, but I think like it is a bit too big in the design. I would have liked it to be a bit more slim and probably fast. That is just my type when it comes to Pokemons. I'm not talking about like as thin as Infernape, but a bit less, you know. Red, Sapphire, Emerald. You only need Emerald or Leaf Green for the two. This one is a great goal. Not easy, for sure. For sure. I'm going for the one in Gen 4, but not officially yet. Officially from the next year, I think. If everything goes as planned. But so far everything always went as planned, so even against RNG. Go for it. By the way, guys, do you like are you comfortable with me not reading the question and just going for the answer and highlighting the question in the chat and it appears highlighted on the layout? Like, can you like understand like that I'm referring to a specific message, or because if you can't, I read the thing out loud, the question out loud. Anyway, go for it, bro. Yeah, Magby only with Leaf Green. Favorite Pokemon, same as this shiny, Lugia and Gyarados. Both. Also Dragonite, but after D2. I really like Dragonite. Anyway, the capture cards are a bit expensive, especially nowadays. That are a bit more pricey. But I mean, the the extremely expensive ones are the 3DSs, because also the console itself is expensive. The ones that I'm using right now that are the Fat DSs are that I didn't mention before. I'm using the Fat DSs right now. They go for even a third of the price. I mean, I paid them a third of the price of the like a new 3DS XL capture card did nowadays. But nowadays also the 5DSs are a bit more expensive. It took me a while to buy them, I'm not even gonna lie. In fact, like I would have a lot to, because the first time I used them was for a shiny Tartwig I found in 2023. No, 2022, sorry. March. Yeah, 2020. No, 2021. No, 2022. In March, I would have loved for it for the capture cards to come. Like, I mean, I'd have loved to be able to buy them. I started with 3 on January, so that I could start the year with new, fresh stuff. Unfortunately, it took me a bit more than expected to buy them. But better late than never, you know. If I had them already on January 2022, I would have done my competitive edition Dream Team Quest on January, just as I'm doing right now. That every year I'm going for a new journey. I like to do a fresh start every time. But I mean that quest couldn't be done without capture cards. Like, I mean, like, could have been, but it wouldn't have been the way I wanted. So if it is not the way I want, I'd rather not do it, or do it later and wait. I don't know what it is. I might know it with a different name. Maybe I got what you mean, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm not too familiar when it comes to streaming devices about Gen 3. I bought these capture cards just not to have any problem with Gen 3 games, and because I can insert them in these ones and I don't have to care about anything else. So I don't really know if there are... I mean, I know that there are like operators and stuff. I don't know if this one is a new one or something I don't know about. Hi, Ice them. Welcome. Excuse me, what are you referring to with these? I got lost in the speech. Reading what? I also do. Bye, Lore, thank you so much. Have a good one. Good luck to you too. Yeah. I know about these. I've never seen it. Like, I've never seen it being called this way. I don't know. I don't know what this word means. That's why I was wondering. I'm doing great. What about you? By the way, we're already almost on 300 encounters. Yep. Oh, it's the brand. All right. I told you I'm not too knowledgeable about this stuff. For the first time I saw it, I think it was from an advertisement. I don't remember where. And when I saw it, it was like, this is cool. Honestly, I'm fine with my setup the way it is right now. I'm not really looking for buying and like spending any more money unless I need it. Alright. What did you get the past week? That's good to hear, by the way. I pressed the encounter twice. Sometimes the Baroque Works thing kicks in. I'm spamming the encounters there so much. Going on one by one every time. Love. I mean, you can duplicate the files in Gen 3 with the GBA operator if you have a Nintendo DS R4. But you gotta have the cartridges to inject the file in. But I don't even think I don't even know if I will ever be back on Gen 3. Genuinely. I just like, I don't know, that one is not my gen. Just like not my stuff at all. I will for sure keep the games, because you never know, also because like I need the insert every once in a while. You never know. Maybe one day when I will be done, when I will have found everything in Gen 4, I will move to Gen 3 again, but I don't know. I'm just way more into Gen 4 and 5. 1000%. That's understandable. Mine is Gen 4, so I completely get your point. I mean, you feel home playing those games. Makes sense. Like, honestly, like I would drop whatever existing game if I only could keep one. I would keep that one, Pokémon Platinum. 1000%. I don't think I could live without them. Coming to this point. Pokemon Pearl was my very first one when I was a child. When I didn't even know what Pokemon was. I had that one in my hands through an R4 when I was literally, I think, 6 or 7 years old. I was playing on my sister's DS. She's older than me. That's why she had it. I didn't, of course. But I stole I stole the console from her. Every once in a while. And bro, like I couldn't even exit the house, unironically. It was also in English, so imagine. Couldn't even exit the house. Like I didn't know what to do at all. Then at some point, I remember it as if it was yesterday. I already said it many times, like on stream. But like basically at some point, I just like walked. I was literally walking and like running through every single patch in the house. Because I really couldn't figure out what I had to do. Back then, the only games I knew were the ones that my sister was playing. That beside like Super Mario Bros, there were just like those games. that are like tricky with like, I don't know, labyrinths and that stuff, and you gotta find the way out, you know, and find like things that you can't see. So like I was really thinking that one was one of those games. So I was just like running around in every single patch trying to see if there was something secret that I could find, and at some point running around I ran towards the I don't even know how to call it, the door of the house, even if it is not a door, like it is a sort of like carpet or whatever it is. And there was an arrow that was pointing to the south to exit the house, and then like my brain exploded at that point. Bro. Anyway. Hi GZ. Thank you so much, bro. To you too. What are you doing now, bro? Are you on vacation after the Rayquaza? By the way, congrats on the catch. Easy. Easy catch. Fantastic. Bro, the guides. There was a friend of mine in elementary school, bro. I don't know if he was rich or anything, because bro, those guides were expensive. Actually, they were like, I don't know exactly like back then, but I remember that he got like the ones from Black and White. Those ones like were books that were like this big, with all the in and outs, and those ones were expensive. Like he was just like coming at school with the Holy Bible, unironically. We were like, I don't know, 10 years old, just like exploring that book. I wish I played a bit more Gen 5 in my childhood. Or because of Gen 4 I didn't. Like I started with Gen 4, then the Pokemon series was going on. I got Gen 5 gifted. I mean, on the R4. Then they became real. Then I started to ask for the real cartridges, because one time the R4 stopped working and I lost my level 100 Infernape, a regular with bad nature. And I cried. Anyway, 3 days after I brought it to level 100, bro. Anyway. So yeah, I got Gen 5 gifted and I played a little bit, but then I was like, what am I doing? There is Gen 4. And then I picked up Gen 5 again, unironically, in 2024, when I was hunting for the Unova starters. Unironically, like after like a decade of time skip. No, I've not been playing Pokemon non-stop. I've been playing a lot in elementary school. Then my passion for Yu-Gi-Oh! Exploded, and I dropped everything. Like I'm just like built this way. Like if I have one thing, I do that thing and nothing else. When it comes to passions or whatever, when it comes to games, and I started to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitively around the end of middle school, and I never touched it. I never touched Pokemon again. Like I think from elementary school to the third year of high school, when every once in a while I was playing. When I was really bored, I was just like booting my Pearl file. The point is that I was getting bored because I didn't know what to do, because I was doing the same thing every time. I was just like, I don't know, restarting the game or whatever, but I couldn't find a purpose actually. And that's when I started to shiny out. Like I understood I wanted to play Pokemon, and when I started to when I opened the channel and started to do this like seriously, I dropped Yu-Gi-Oh! I wouldn't have had the time. Like I already have many things to do. I was also like if you do something competitively or like with a path in your mind, at least for me. Then I don't know about you, but you can't do the two things together. You're just gonna be average in both. So there is a choice that gotta be taken, in my honest opinion, in that spot. And I chose shiny hunting. But yeah, then since the third year of high school, that was like 2021, I think. 2020. I mean, like, I really started to play heavy, kind of, and with shiny hunting and stuff during COVID. At first I was playing Warzone. Like, I couldn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Unironically. We could only play online and test online for the events, but we were testing for events that were not taking place because the game was like frozen because of COVID. There wasn't... I don't know if you're familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh!, but there weren't Europeans, there weren't regionals, YCSs, there wasn't anything. We could only do, like, I don't know, online tournaments, but I don't like to play card games online. To me, card games are card games, that's it. So I stopped playing and I started to play Warzone, and then I started to play Pokemon again with shiny hunting, and then from there it was non-stop. So really it was from all, like, I would say almost half of 2020. Because at the very beginning of COVID, I was only playing Warzone. I literally wasn't touching the PS4 for years. Then a friend of mine told me, bro, we're not doing anything the entire day. I told him, yes sir, let's play. We played a lot. And at the same time I started to hunt, and then I slowly dropped playing PS4. Yeah, like, whenever, I mean, the way, like, I don't know about you, or like when it comes to these scenarios, especially if you have other things in life to do and you only have like space for one passion, and if that passion is a competitive one, or even, I mean, for me this channel doesn't have anything to do with competitiveness, but the way I bring it on is the same way I was bringing on my career as a Yu-Gi-Oh player back then. So like with consistency, etc. And whenever these features come into something, it is better literally for you to only do that and not waste time on random hobbies, because there is no time in this life at all. Literally, like, this is the, I don't know if you can, yeah, I highlighted it, alright. This is the way I start, the reason why, sorry, I started to like shiny hunting this much. I really saw like how chill it was, and that's it. I wasn't really liking competitive games anymore. Honestly, I think this is very deep, actually. I think at some point in life, everyone goes like through that question. No, it was for you about shiny hunting, but like, I think this can relate to whatever activity you do or anyone does that isn't related to work or anything. and anything in that spot could be seen as a waste of time. But as long as something gives you, like, brings you that value and fulfills your soul, it is never gonna be a waste of time. But I completely understand what you mean. And another thing that I want you to point out is that there is absolutely no difference at all between, like, I don't know, shiny hunting for 3 hours or playing Call of Duty for 3 hours. And like, I understand if someone hates on shiny hunting, because like I understand like someone could actually just not understand the purpose of the entire thing. But the point is that like those are 3 hours that you're spending in a way you like, and that are not gonna give you any special are not gonna upgrade your abilities, or are not gonna improve you as a person when it comes to like knowledge or stuff like that. I mean, with Call of Duty you can just like train your like I don't know how fast you are reacting to things or that type of stuff. But the point is, probably in this spot, shiny hunting is better because you can shiny out and then at the same time watch a film, and people will actually watch films or do stuff while not doing anything else at the same time. And if we are shiny hunting, we are actually just like we are just plussing, unironically. But beside this, there's just like no difference at all between like playing whatever video game, and unless you're, I don't know, you're making a job out of it or whatever. There are of course like different scenarios, but considering that the average person plays video game just as an hobby, I would say, compared to shiny hunting as a hobby, it is the exact same thing. At least shiny hunting shouldn't be stressful. But when you get killed after a 15 kill streak, that is pretty stressful, I'm not even gonna lie, especially after a long day. Anyway. Exactly. Oh, cool. I don't know too much about that stuff. I mean, about like your preparation, the preparation you gotta have. But I know that you gotta study. I mean, you gotta study a lot. Also because those ones are things that you don't actually get taught in school, I suppose. I don't know how school works in Spain, but I mean, what they teach you, but you also gotta know like stuff related to law. I'm pretty sure about it. I don't know how in depth, but I think at least a little bit. Let's go, Al. It's fair. What really clutches is that you can do it while doing other stuff, and you can just like really like watch a show and not even lose a second out of it, not even a frame, because you just don't need to look at the consoles at all. That is just super great as a thing. Then of course, like, it depends on the hound. There are hounds that are not the best to do while watching shows, but like the average hound can really be done, and it feels super great. Oh shit. Understandable. What is the next taunt you want to do? Goated. For real. You can tell she knows you. She knows what you want. It's insane. It's insane. Like, if you didn't tell her about it, and she just like did researches about this, it's insane. Like, I suppose you explain there the whole thing. Maybe not with the purpose of like getting it gifted, but if not, like, she's goated for real. Alright, but I'm still goated. I'm not even gonna lie. But like, if she was doing the research, she's even like finding out about it, it would have been insane. Should have gone like buying a ring. Oh yeah, she goes straight to the point, you know. Congrats. Nine years is a ton. Since you were 20. How did you meet her? Anyway, almost 500 done already. I mean, already at an hour and 15. Alright. Goat. You're an entrepreneur. I mean, love is about crazy stuff, you know. By the way, I get to 4Ks and then I quickly go to the bathroom for a sec. I drink way too much water. But it never hurts. Are you saying this like out of some of your friends complaining about it? How did you find out? You're busy. Understandable. All right. That's why they don't get shinies, bro. Either. It for sure is easier, but it doesn't. What I think about that is that, like, it being easier doesn't directly mean that it actually is easier. I don't know if you got what I mean. I think like all the connection, like the easy connections that there are nowadays, don't really help too much. But it is very deep. There would be a lot to say about it. Maybe also having that chance of like sending that message always available slowly doesn't let you grow that thing inside of like waiting for the day after, or like, I don't know, waiting to meet her like in the occasion you are waiting for. It might be, I don't know, during a lesson or whatever, or wherever, you know. Give me a second. Alright. By the way, give me a second, I go to the bathroom and I get back in a minute. I'm back. I wish it was. I'll be finding way more shines. By the way, I don't get why the viewers get bugged every time when I that's what I was fixing. Give me a second. All right. Hi, Wad. How's it? All good? Anyway, I agree. People, not only about relationships, but like people get tired very quickly nowadays. But they can have everything in a second. Bro, like orange is disgusting. Let me change the clock right away. My goodness. Then I want to imagine finding a shiny Mantyke with the orange background right now. Gotta make sure to remember about changing it back once I go off. Don't wanna have the date messed up on some shinies. I mean, when I go past midnight, you know. I used it once. I played Gen 3. Gen 3 not. I played Gen 3 not a lot, especially Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. I used Lucky in one of my playthroughs. Busted. unironically. Annoying that like you can't move for a turn, but bro, that one is strong. There we go, back to the encounters. All right. Right. About time to think about it, bro. Don't worry, bro. I'm great. You're hatching some eggs, I see. Eggs of what? I hope not Riolu. After my PTSD. I can't read that name. Bro, one day I will have to hunt for another Riolu. Not with the eggs in the Safari Zone, I think. In Argon and Soul Silver, but I will for the Living Dex. Fair enough. In the end, I mean, the table is big. When it comes to it. It's even fair to take whatever you get. Especially for like the first time joining such a big place. Once you like start already collecting many, I mean, like you start like placing your eyes on something specific. Yeah, I'm using Golduck. Also, Politoed, as mentioned on the Discord, is very good. If but I mean, back then I did my little arc for Golduck, so Golduck is part of my shiny hunting team. Don't be changed, even if Politoed is spicy and good looking and does the same. And for coughing, for eventual coughing hound, is even better. But I mean, Destiny brought me to Golduck. That's it. Alright, so the next one is Charmander, I see. O'Reilly Riolu, alright, that's great. I saw it been done. It's cool. Far-fetched eggs, alright. In Gen 3. Because like in case you were on in Argon and Soul Silver, in my honest opinion, Farfetch'd looks so good. In Down and Pearl and Platinum, no. Super awkward sprite. But in Argon and Soul Silver, I loved so much finding one. I really wanted one. Actually, if you get to the chance of throwing a ball, it is worth to go for a Dusk Ball. It is a 100% catch rate. I was wrong in the video in which I made the Master Ball appear. In fact, I pinned a comment, I think, in that video, saying that the Dusk Ball was 100%. That's why I went for the Dusk Ball back then. But anyway, thank goodness I don't have to go for coffee this year. I mean, like, I would have loved to keep hunting for it, but already been able to move on from that hunt, you know. Crazy. See you in the next one, bro. Good luck to you too. In Emerald, right? Alright. Have fun. I won't ever be doing egg hunts again in my life, beside Fion. That one is the only one, because unfortunately I can't go for it in any other way. I really don't want to go for the eggs. Just like, I don't like I had my experience, I did one hunt. It also went very bad. I wasn't really looking for duplicating the the thing. By the way, how crazy that spot. I was talking about it with a friend of mine on IG 2 days ago about that Riolo of mine. And it was all freaking Tentacle's fault, by the way. Freaking Tentacle's fault. Because I wanted one for Tentacle in Soul Silver and I had to clear the file. By the way, now that I think about it, for Tentacle, do I have to keep the box empty? Or I can keep them with the eggs? Because in the end, the eggs are not Pokemons. So they shouldn't be considered. But I can hatch them and then it wouldn't be giving me Tentacle, I guess. I don't know. Back then I didn't even try. I just moved all the eggs and I got punished so much. Anyway. Is it possible that someone of you is providing some save files for... What is SMDW? What is that? Oh, all right. I don't know. Try. You should try and ask it on the channel dedicated to. By the way, imagine if there was like a catalog online or like just like people sharing their files. Would be a blast. Like with the even with the like Manaphy one already set up with the glitch and all those ones. Very crazy. This acronym sounds great. I never thought of going for an acronym or like abbreviating the name. It actually is pretty long, I'm not even gonna lie, so it makes sense, to be honest. I might use SMDW from now on, myself. Full odds or with the rudder? Bro, full odds is a great hound. Alright. I like that. Burn the Ruins of Alph. I like that hound. I don't think I will ever do it. I don't know if I ever will, actually. Considering all the other things I want to hunt for, but I like that. Beside that, I think that in the wild, in Gen 4, it can only be found in... I mean, with the Pokéradar full odds, eventually. But in the Safari Zone, I suppose, in Argon and Soul Silver. If not, I mean, you can always go... I mean, after you phase 4 times on Natu, you can actually go in Emerald and just, like, get it 100%. But no, bro, like once you are like into even a single Natu, bro, once the hunt is started, I mean, I did it in my life. I left the place after many phases in a single place, but that was just a specific occasion in the Cliff Cave. But like in that spot, it is worth it to stay. I was going for Onyx at the time, but actually I was going for Steelix, but I found it very early. I still wanted to stay in the Cliff Cave, so I set a random target. I had Steelix, so I said, let me set Onyx. Bro, like I was phasing over and over on stuff that I already had. I literally had everything but Onyx, so I decided to move on to another route. But do you mean Pokéradar full odds or even the Pokéradar like just like the method itself with the chain? This is interesting, actually. I think you are the only person I ever spoke to that actually prefers to go for a 10% target full odds rather than learning the radar. No, the Pokéradar isn't meant to be a full odds hunt, but you can actually go for full odds target that are only obtainable with the Pokéradar, or even not only, you can even go for, I mean, let's say like Smeargle can only be found with the radar in Sinnoh. And the point is, you keep using the radar and join patches that are in the shiny patch. If you go through the shiny patch, you can go into it and catch it just because. But the point of full odds radaring is just like taking advantage of the radar itself to get away with the encounter. So you know that you kind of know that you are getting Smeargle in the next encounter, and you go into it and you approach the 198-192. That's the point. Basically. And you can do these also for a Pokemon that isn't a Pokéradar exclusive, of course. That is cool, but it is cooler to do it with exclusives, you know? Super cool. But I never did it, as I was saying before, for Torkoal. I'd like for it to be the first one that I go for, to be honest. Hey, you should, bro. You should. Like, it is if you don't mind about like having method shinies, and if you're okay with method shinies, it is worth it. But getting Smeargle, like if you want to, you can even go and check out the stream that I did in which I was using the radar for Smeargle, and see like how it works on a sort of gameplay once you learned the movement and the rules. It is very easy actually once you learn it. Really, going to the Ruins of Alph for a Smeargle might actually... I would definitely do that if I was in you, but might definitely take you like months, unironically. With the radar, you get away with the Pokemon like within 24 hours. Let's say you gotta learn the movement, etc. A week, all right, at worst. If you dive in, there are many that suits it. I'm not even gonna lie. I think the Ultra is the best one, honestly. But the Luxury looks great. The Premier is fine. There is a little bit of red on the tail, so it's fine. Also, the timer ball isn't the worst, even if I don't like the ball at all. But back then I was catching all of them in different balls because I like to do it this way, and I also went for the timer ball as the last one because at least there is a little bit of color, you know, of those colors. Anyway, I suggest you to so like there are like specific ways to like Smeargle isn't the most standard target you can have for a Pokerad round, because you gotta remember that he only got a single move that got a single power point. Alright. So whenever he wastes it, like make sure not to full swipe after it failed, for example, or stuff like that, because you're gonna fail it, you know. And if I made myself clear, but just like remember about it not having moves at all. But what I want you to say is, I suggest you to use a synchronizer for it. That actually increases the speed, because it can really come up when it comes to some legendaries, because Smeargle is a very weak Pokemon. So a nature, even if you're like challenging a level 50 legendary, the nature really plays a role, even if your Smeargle is at level 100, because it is very weak. Like if you like challenge, for example, a Lugia at level 70, it might even outspeed you, unironically, if you don't have a proper setup. I went through these when I was facing Arceus. I really I booted a site in which I was actually really. There are sites in which you can use to compare two Pokemons, like the opposing Pokemon and your Pokemon, and see, like, for example, if it should be like move calculator or stuff like that should be the name. You can see if you, with your build, you would be one-shotting the opponent, you would be half-lifing it or whatever. And you can even see if you're outspeeding it, of course, with the proper build inserted. And I really made sure to be using, to have the correct build when I was going against Arceus. Because Arceus is powerful, actually. Don't remember if it was, I think it was for that one that I bought some X speed. If I was in danger, because if I was always synchronizing for Modest or Adamant. But if somehow the shiny Arceus was like timid and it was plus speed, it would have outspeeded my Smeargle that wasn't timid. Because I have two timid, one Jolly and one Adamant Smeargle. And if it was happening that I was going against Arceus that was like timid or Jolly, and it was appearing on the device in which I had Smeargle that was Adamant, then I would have needed the X speed. And like, it is important in general to do like test captures. It is something super boring and I avoid it if I can. And I like, it is not even this fundamental when it comes to like testing the balls, etc., because you can calculate it. But if you are risking to be outspeeded, you just don't have control over the battle at all, and no one ever has X speed or that stuff, because like everyone sells them away for money. So in the end, like, you never had them unless you forgot to sell them. And that thing is the only thing that saves you. Like, if you're battling against a legendary and it outspeeds you, and it also, they got few PPs many times, like, it is just like really not worth the risk. Like, it is important not to get for granted that 100% level 100 Smeargle outspeeds everything, because it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Even if it is 252 EVs in speed. But thank God, actually, because it would have been insane in competitive Smeargle if it was actually great with his stats. I think, at least. Like, I'm not a competitive expert, but a Pokemon can learn any move that also got great stats. I mean... Alright. Like, what the specific shenanigan that I wanted to refer to before when I was saying make sure to play it out properly when it comes to facing a shiny Smeargle is that, like, if you're synchronizing for it, and again, for me it is worth it. I don't know how many Smeargles you want to go for with your other, but it is worth to synchronize it for a plus speed. If you have in front of your party, let's say Abra, that is with synchronize and it is timid. If you face this Smeargle, and the first thing you do is switch out the Abra into, let's say, your normal Smeargle, it is gonna use Sketch, and it's gonna copy nothing, so it's gonna fail, and it is gonna struggle right away. That's why. So make sure. What nature, like, honestly, I would tell you Jolly is better, just because, like, sometimes... What happened? I mean, just because sometimes people like to use to keep full swipe on Smeargle, which I don't. So to me, Jolly and... No, you don't need to be scared. You just, like, gotta not do things, like, impulsively and think, basically. Anyway, even if you fail one with your radar, the chain is gonna go on, like, you really didn't lose anything. But, I mean, I understand you don't want to lose it. Anyway, since I remember you liked Pulse Wipe on Smeargle, I would tell you to go for the Jolly one. Hi Natty, how's it? I'll tell you to go for the Jolly one. But whatever plus speed is fine, as long as it doesn't decrease the defense or the special defense. Like, it would still be great. Like, I wouldn't really care about, like, losing the defense or the special defense. You're just gonna 252 EVs in HPs. The defense is, like, or special defense isn't too important, because in the end you're always gonna outspeed, Spore, leftovers do the job, and the life is always fulfilled. So even if you don't have a great defense or special defense, whatever plus speed is fine, kind of. The best one would be Jolly, I would say, because at least it doesn't... I mean, it covers you if you want to keep a full swipe, the full swipe on the Pokemon. But to me, it is useless full swipe. I'm doing great. Chasing some sparkles. What about you? Super Fang is broken, bro. But, like, once you start, like, studying and, like, using the calculators when it comes to the catches, you really understand why full swipe really never comes up. Because, like, in the end, the catch is always going to be... how can I say that? Always gonna be based on, like, multiples of, let's say, 25. Alright, so, like, you Super Fang, you go to 50%, and 50% is already of the life is already playing a role in the catch. If you go from 50 to 25, in the majority of the cases, and we are talking about legendaries right now, because if you are not talking about legendaries, the catch rate doesn't really matter, because you are always catching. But when it comes to a legendary, the majority of them, like, at worst, you gotta bring them to 12.5, and it means triple Super Fang. But you don't need to bring it to, like, 1 HP at all. Just, like, a waste of turns and potential balls. But the majority of the legendaries that I faced so far, at least, you were just fine by bringing them to 25% of the life, so double Super Fang, and that's it. And because from like 25% below, the catch rate is not gonna change in those spots. I don't remember which ones were good to be brought to 12.5, but there are a few. You just gotta study the spot, and if this is the chance, just triple Super Fang and don't Full Swipe, because Full Swipe is just like Smeargle is just like super bad. Even if Full Swipe is stab, is just super bad. Like you use it probably like if it is like at, I don't know, 25% of the life, and you use Full Swipe willing to bring it to 12.5, let's say against Arceus, you're not even bringing it to 12.5, while with Super Fang you would be. Because like no one would be investing EVs in attack or anything. It would just like be a random move thrown on a Smeargle from my view. To me, the best moves to have on Smeargle are Spore, Super Fang, mandatory. Then I would always keep Ace, because you never know, like the opponent are aura farming, boosting, etc. And then there is like a left move that depends on the spot. I would say there is like heal block. Like my Smeargle is always kind of. There are two flex spots that are Ace and heal block. I always have Ace and heal block, but if I gotta change one, I do it depending on the spot. But it is just like Super Fang, Spore, heal block, Ace. Like to me, I could just like freeze this Smeargle this way, and I think I would never have problems. There is also a trick that is interesting when it comes to the end of the battle. So if he is struggling, you give him the leftovers, but don't want to say it never comes up, because it does come up, but it is not really. I don't even think you are ever clutching with that. But I've never brought a Pokemon to struggling, a legendary to struggling, so I don't really know. I don't have the experience about that. This is a pretty good game. Yeah. To me, it is no, I don't think it is the best game, but I think it is my favorite game, 100% Platinum. I think the best games, I don't know. Right now I think that they are Argon and Soul Silver, but for sure I would drop Argon and Soul Silver for Platinum, personally. It was insane, bro. By the way, I'm really curious to see when I will really face a struggling Pokemon. Because the only one that's ever struggled to me, that I had to Master Ball, was Beldum with the Radar in 2020. But I don't really care about Beldum. Like, I don't really consider it is not even legendary. Even if I lost it, like, of course I was Master Balling, like, I would have never lost it. But in the end, like, Master Balls are useless if not for these spots, and I'm plenty of them, so I don't really care. I even wasted a Master Ball on Among Us 3 weeks ago. Anyway. Yeah, in my heart, yeah, I agree with you. Only my heart, not in my mind, unfortunately. Especially when it comes to shiny hunting. Argon and Soul Silver are peak when it comes to shiny hunting. Literally the perfect Gen 4 game. No animations, like you can run without pressing B, like it is perfect. Clean. Also the Safari Zone, like you can find everything, like it is insane. That's insane. You really should. I can't even tell you how many times I did it. When I was a child, like I did it 1,000 times. I was just alternating Pearl and Soul Silver were the only games I had. Every single time I was restarting one, I was moving the entire thing, like the entire save file, like the items and the Pokemons to the other. And that's it. And now I had to play through the games like 1,000 times in order to get to the end and shine out. But those games are peak. But I mean, I completely understand if you don't want to play through them, because now once you start shining out in full odds, like playing Pokemon doesn't like is not an option anymore. You know, it's just like boring. It's just like you really feel like I'm wasting my time. I would just like to be shining out right now. Or at least that's how I feel. Really. No, that's a cap. No, bro. Like I started to appreciate the Great Marsh way more, in the past years. But that's a cap. Like the Safaris on the Argon and Soul Silver is the best one ever, in my honest opinion. And I'm yet to out in it, imagine. But bro, bro, it is insane. Like it is not super comfortable when it comes to like the blocks and all that stuff. But even like there are many Pokemons you can find easily with few blocks or by waiting not a lot, or even without waiting anything, like 0 days or stuff like that. But that's a take for sure. The Great Marsh is great, I'm not gonna lie. But like half of the table is dog shit, bro. Like no cap. Unless you start like manipulating the encounters like with the GBA insert or stuff, and that spot like still a good third of the table is bad. And by saying bad I mean like Starly, Bidoof, Bibarel, Wooper, you know. But I mean, beside that, by the way, hold on, like talking about mechanics, bro, the binocular Pokemons absolutely disgust me, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, I prefer the blocks. Bro. Freaking such a waste of time. Every time I gotta check the freaking binocular to see if there is a freaking Toxicroak in a specific place. Damn. I don't know. I hate that thing. My goodness. At least, as far as I remember, you can freeze it. So like until you save again, it's just like a swarm. So like you check the binocular, you see that like Krogan or Skorupi or whatever you want is there. You just like memorize the place, you save, and until you save the next time, it stays. Thank God, I would say. You have all these 3 starters from Argon Soul Silver. Nice. That's great. About time to do a playthrough, bro. I mean. Also, bro, the Great Marsh, like at least in the Great Marsh, thank God you can use the Oni or Sweet Sand, so you don't get kicked out. Alright. But that is something that I hate so much about the Safari Zone in general, and the Argon and Soul Silver one doesn't have it. You can just bike your entire life and never get kicked out of the session. I just wish I learned about Oni, but I've always known about Oni and Sweet Sand. But I wish I did it back then when I was hunting in the Safari Zone in Fire and Leaf Green. I was just like getting kicked out every time. It was just a waste of time, and not only of time, but I was just hating having to freaking play through the map to get to the area I wanted. Also, I mean, in the Great Marsh, you can even use the bike. Like, it is terrible. Bro, it is just like the worst. Like, no cap, it is the worst Safari Zone. There are cool Pokemons. There are very bad Pokemons, but also cool Pokemons at least. And the environment is cool looking, in my honest opinion. But bro, it is just like not structured correctly, in my honest opinion. Anyway, will I be hunting any Great Marsh soon? Yeah, I mean not soon. But I would still like to get away with a Krogang one day for the Ducks. I don't know when. Or I mean, already 2 phases in. 2 phases in, and what is that? Like 54,000 encounters for 2 phases in that freaking place so far. 50 freaking 4. You know, I don't remember right now what is the percentage of encounter in it. I think like 20%. It is not the worst. Thank you. By the way, unironically, I mean ironically, it is easier to catch Toxic Rock rather than Krogang. There are great repel tricks for Toxic Rock. The Great Marsh just like works like in the opposite way of any other place. The more a Pokemon is evolved, the easier it is to catch. Unironically. Like, it is easier to catch Toxic Rock rather than Krogang. Krogang is just like literally a coin flip as far as I remember. So you not only have to strike the 20%, you also have to catch it. It is a coin flip. And this is a thing I like is a lot in the Great Marsh. Like about the base forms, as far as I remember. Like many of those ones are like, if you fail the first ball, consider yourself dead. As far as I remember, at least. But I studied many times in different moments of my life the Great Marsh, so I still have a bit of confusion in my mind about some things in there. But I really remember about this peculiar thing of base forms being more difficult to catch. Anyway, in the Argyle and Soul Silver one, I am really looking forward to hunt for like one of like Gible or Riolu. Those ones that you're just like going to most likely phase for at least like 3 or 4 times. I'm really interested in them. But at the same time, I like to hunt in the grass, like with the random encounters, because I can phase, I can phase on other stuff. I guess it is pretty much like a similar thing when it comes to the Safari Zone in that spot, because like there are, as far as I remember, there are like 100% repel tricks, or I don't even know if it is. No, I mean there are repel tricks. I don't know if like there is a way to make Riolu be 100% even just like with the blocks. I don't remember. Probably not. For Gible, there should be also Aeron together with it. Or there is a repel trick. I would be challenging Aeron. But for Riolu, I don't remember. Like, I saw a couple videos about Riolu. But I don't remember about seeing other Pokemons popping up beside Riolu. All of this to say that, like, I would like to be able to see other Pokemons. Like, I wouldn't like to have every single time the shiny sparkles from Riolu. You know? But in the end, at least, I can fail it. So, you find it and you are still like, am I catching it, bro? A 100% I'm doing a Gible this way. And I would love to find Aron and catch one, at least. I would like to have different rounds. I mean, like, when it comes to the, like multiple Pokemons from the same line, talking about the Living Dex. Because like all of this is like, in my mind, I'm thinking about the final video about the Living Dex, or like the entire Living Dex. And I would love to see different hounds for the same Pokemon. Alright, so if I gotta go for Gibble tries, I'd love to go for like one in the Argyle Soul Silver Safari Zone, one in the cave, and eventually Gabite in the Victory Road. But Gabite is a bit weird because I would have to repel trick and I don't like it. So I don't know. But bro, Whizzing is in Whizzing, bro. Also Ring lost one. In the Safari Zone is tough. Don't even remember like how tough it is, but every single time I see people failing it somehow. Bro, I mean, the Stark Mountain is about to be up. Whizzing is coming. Do you know if you will be like, are you planning on being on the double encounters or the single encounters? Don't remember. Alright, because your target was? Don't remember if in the entrance of the Stark Mountain it is 15 or 10. Because in the double encounters it is 15. Alright. Oh no. I didn't mean single hunting. I meant single encountering. Or I mean, I suppose if you're from a single device, double encountering is the way, I guess. Alright, then it's double encounters. Coughing cannot be funny double encounters. That one would be great. On-leaf coat. Bro, I remember the... Bro, like I felt the bro, emptiness, unironically, when I lost it for the first time. I think it was my first fail. My first fail on camera. Yeah. Like everything was was just like so well structured, unironically. There was literally a freaking circle with 3 Pokemons that were Rhydon, Slugma, and Coughing. There was also Rhydon, because at the time I was considering a 10% shiny insane. Like, bro, I literally wrote, I have a dream with those 3 Pokemons. I found one and I lost it, bro. Like, I couldn't believe what I was looking at. I didn't even know that that move freaking existed. I mean, that was on me. I should have checked it. But even if I did, I would have failed it anyways. Anyway. Alright. I mean, eventually, one day, a Graveler will come up. 100%. Like they always do. In the end. It's not this year, might be in Aston or whatever, but at some point a Graveler will come to you. I mean, I'm not wishing you a Graveler. I mean, no, I'm wishing you one because you need one, but might be multiple. By the way, I'm super glad to see you didn't stop hunting after Rayquaza. Bro, since the first time you told me that after Rayquaza you wanted to give up, I was like, bro, like, how could you? I mean, it will happen, bro. At some point it will happen. As long as like you, I don't know, you set up gains somehow, it will happen 1000%. I wish I could share mines with you unironically. I had so many. I even feel guilty, kind of, like, literally. You mean a single page or the entire box? Like 20 pages. Anyway, yeah, sure. Then once you get there, it's gonna be 2. Then it's gonna be 3 pages. By the way, I'm looking at your profile picture right now, bro. That's Vespiquen. I'm like, I swear I can't wait to start mine. I really wanna see how I end up, how my own ends up being. That's 1 page. That's another cap. That's another cap, bro. It's gonna be 2, then 3, then 4. Trust me. Trust me. By the way, imagine if you were just like fulfilling half of the page with combis. You didn't. You got blessed. What a dream come true. Crazy. I mean, right now the amount that I'm doing is kind of the same. Hunting for a 10%. Pretty much the same thing. But I'm not even gonna lie. I already prepared a layout for that. I have layouts prepared for, like, unironically 10 ounce. Not joking. I completely understand your feeling. When those crazy things happen, like, and then, like, after them you start doing these things, you feel like, bro, I would just, like, I wish I did it earlier. Can't even tell you how many times I felt that way. I think that whenever I will be on combi, it will be streamed. That one is the type of ounce that I feel like streaming. Kind of like, I like to. I mean, as right now at least. Then I don't know if I will change my view, but I don't know. I think these ounce are way more interesting to be done on stream. I would say like these one. I prepared multiple for these streams already. Together with the combi one, but the combi, like, I'm never doing it this year. Like, this year is already insane if I'm finding Mantyke, honestly. Like, if I'm doing a stream per week this way. And even if I'm finding it, generally. I hope I am. Because I'd like to... Everything in the end comes to the compilation. But I don't know if you noticed it from the compilation of the past year, but the past year didn't include Mr. Mime and Econs. Because I want to include a Pokemon in the compilation only once I uploaded it on one of the main videos on my channel. And I didn't for the Game Corner. That's why I didn't include them. Whenever I will be done with the Game Corner, I will be including all of the missing ones in the compilation of the year in which I uploaded the video. The point is that, like, with this scenario can really end up being, I don't know, that I get away with like 6 or 7 phases by the end of the year, and I still didn't get Mantyke, and then at that point I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know if I was uploading these shinies in this compilation or not, actually. Anyway. Bro, yesterday I prepared another one that is absolute peak. I will not tell you the aunt because I want to keep it as a secret. I think I will. It will be a secret aunt of mine. I didn't mean to, I swear. I didn't mean to. I was pure when I said it. Anyway, there is this aunt. I want to keep it secret. Hi, man. Welcome to YouTube. I think I will. I just want to keep it as a secret, and it is not a single aunt. It is. I will be hunting for the same Pokemon twice. All right. I don't know if this year or the next year it will be done off stream. But at some point, like what I had in mind was like to upload the video out of nowhere, and like no one knew that I was hunting for them. And then it will be up, and it will be super cool. And I have a layout that is like a really like kind of a sort of upgrade of this style that I came up with yesterday out of nowhere. Like I don't know, I try and like always like take a little bit of like minutes every day and try and write down some ideas for some mounts, and I don't know, to try and make them be cooler, etc. And yesterday there was this layout, bro. I just like I don't know, I just had this idea randomly. I put it like to work, and bro, it was looking great actually. So I can't wait to do the hound, and you will see. Maybe next year, I don't know. And I will only tell you it is an hound in Gen 4, of course. I mean, it's not. It doesn't have to be taken for granted, you know. I'm freaking doing a world journey in Gen 5. But I mean, why would you wait? Why don't you do it now? Do you really need a third one to do a bingo? No, I already went for Phoebus. What? Alright. How could you wait though? Like I would already be like planning the hounds. Even if I had like 1,000 playthroughs to still do. No? Bro, stop guessing it. Anyway, like, I will be alright. This little journey, this secret hound is built of 2 different hounds that are not different, are the same. Alright, I will be going for the same Pokemon twice. I will not be saying anything else. That's it. Anyway, routes will be done this year in Gen 5. So no. I mean, doesn't mean anything actually, because this year I'm going after Mr. Mime, which I also found the past year in the game corner. So anyway, it's not route. Yeah. Oh, congrats. Congrats on seeing the quill. Bro, feel free to share the team. Do you have anything in mind? I remember I recently asked someone about their dream team. I don't know if it was you. Actually. But we're guessing careful for Cyndaquil. I don't know if the question is referred to me, but I do have one. I don't know if you're already in there. It is linked in the chat. Let's go. Nice. Finally I get a nature guess. Bro, like I never see shinies being careful. Somehow. It became my guess because I found like 3 not in a row, but kind of. Like both Masquerain and my Coughing were careful. Also Yamask in 2024 that I found. So I decided that my nature was that one. Let's go. And your Rayquaza was also the synchronized nature. Lit. Alright. I'm trying to think about which one is the nature that I got more frequently, despite of the ones that I synchronized. But I don't know. I don't know. Like beside careful, they came like back to back randomly. But you know, might even be careful actually. I don't know how many careful Pokemons I found back then. But I think overall, at least 6 or 7 shinies that I got are careful. Also, you weren't synchronizing for Adamant. That's crazy. So, like, you strike the Adamant and you didn't want it. Let's go. I mean, like, it's still good actually if you didn't want it. Could have been careful. Also, my Darkrai was careful. What a meme, bro. Those Darkrai's. How could I forget about it? I also think that one of my starters from Argon and Soul Silver was careful. But let me see. I have the entire catalog of my shinies here. Let me see. I want to see how many. Might even really be the nature that I got the most, beside like Timid that I synchronized for. Let me see. So, careful here. A Rample in the Eternal Forest. Then a Venomoth in the Safari Zone. Careful. Thank God I know that it was careful because I caught it. Let's go. Not this many actually. I'm seeing many that are calm. Careful Darkrai here. Yeah, careful Yamask. No, yeah, not this many actually. Let me count how many calm ones I got. Shaymin, Lilip, Magikarp, Ember, terrible Ember, Calm, Ready 4, Paras in the Safari Zone. So 5. Woolpix. I think I synchronized for this one though. So 6. Another Rample, a Dratini, Picorita. Many columns actually. What do you mean by visual? That's insane. Without synchronizing, it is insane. Yeah, there really is no reason not to, honestly. Unless, like, you want to prioritize Illuminate or whatever, but especially for soft reset towns. I mean, like, not gifted Pokemons. There isn't really a reason not to. Right now, I'm synchronizing for Timid. Like, randomly. Just because it should be good for Mantyke, but honestly, in these rounds, I don't even know if I want to remove the synchronizer actually. Like, in these rounds, like, it is cool to collect like all those many phases and see like different natures, in my honest opinion. Considering I would be synchronizing for Timid for a Pokemon that I would never be evolving and that I'm most likely getting after like 10 phases. So Timid would actually be spread to Pelipper and Tentacruel rather than Mantyke. So it doesn't make too much sense. So I could even drop it and go for something else in the front. But I don't want to use anything that sparkles. So I can't flex, unfortunately. And in the end, my shiny hunting team is composed of either Abra or Staryu, but it seems a bit weird to be placing Staryu in the front if I'm not using Illuminate because I'm using the Oni. Golduck is not bad. It's not bad. Make sure to be in the right spot of the Mount Silver. Sometimes like the Pokemons change from room to room randomly. I mean level to level, not room, really. Anyway, Golduck is a good looking Pokemon in Ergon Soul Silver. In Sinnoh, the sprite is a bit weird. Not bad, but in Ergon Soul Silver, I like it. Really not bad. Alright, by visual you meant the team. Alright. I just saw the picture on Discord. Nice team, by the way. I like it. Love to see Girafarig. I don't know about that. By the way, new subscriber. I just saw that. Thank you so much. But I mean, it is peak. It is peak though. What an absolute masterpiece of a Pokemon. Of a Mega. I don't know about that. I don't know if we need it, honestly. Oops. I apologize. I had that thing pressing a button on the keyboard. do you think that there will ever be other megas in the future? Because honestly, after ZA, I'm not into the... I don't know these things. Like, I'm out of the circle. But I mean, I suppose ZA was kind of the end of megas. Am I wrong? This song is playing right here, and right now is a banger. Love it. Let's go. About time to hunt. Is that one the hardest hound in the game? I read on Twitter it was super tough. I mean, I read on X. I apologize. Who calls it X? Jizzy, did you start One Piece? Come on. He is waiting for you. It would be so weird. First of all, I would barely know how to play unironically. Like, yeah, Gen 10 I don't think is even out. But really ZA, I wouldn't even know. Like, I've never even seen IRL a Switch. Like, I don't even know how to use it unironically. I don't think it would take me long to know, but I mean to learn. But I wouldn't know how to catch a Pokemon, like I wouldn't know anything. Basically. It would be super weird, but you will never see me doing that. That's for sure. Like, I mean, I always tell you that, like, I mean, in time, like, I mean, like, things change in time, you know, like, opinions, but I will never be bringing that stuff. That's for sure. Like, I don't know, like, no, yeah, I could never. I wouldn't even feel like I was uploading something on my channel if I was doing something about those games. Nah. I mean, right now I already am, kind of, because I am mounting in Gen 5, like, I mean, you gotta appreciate Gen 5 and Gen 3 whenever they take place. That's the best I can do when it comes to it. Hell no. Hell no. Stuff the cap. Not liking your takes lately, bro. Do we know anything about it? Like, do we know any mechanic that there will be in it? Let's go. Congrats on the regular Golduck. GG's. Guessing careful. Guessing Cloud 9 instead of Damp. Imagine, by the way, you know, you actually can get you have a 50% chance of it not being with Damp, right? I hope you left some spots in the party to check the nature right away. I mean, you can as well just save and fly to the Pokemon Center and check and then reset. Anyway. I'm not. If you watch the Pokéradar stream I did about Golduck, you would know that, bro. I was going for 4 Golducks with Damp, and I phased only twice. I got 2 that were with Cloud 9. I was also using a super smart strategy. I was going with a Bomb Snow that was setting the how's it called? I mean, the weather condition in order for the Golduck's ability in case it was Cloud 9 to manifest. So at least I knew if I had to like use a bowl that I wanted to use for one of the ones with Damp. That's unfortunate. I hope you're getting a Damp one, bro. That's a good question. No. It was like, so the event, it is a bit different when it was coming to the event, because when I was going for the double encounters, I was forced, in order to have an optimal percentage of win against the majority of the Pokemons and not to fail, I had to keep Golduck as the first, like as the leader of the party. And because of this, I was using I wanted to use the regular one because I didn't want to see the sparkles every time. I don't like to see it when I hound. In fact, like, you never see me throwing shinies during the actual process of hounding. Which I actually am doing in Gen 5 right now because there are like the double encounters every once in a while, and in that scenario I have to, because it is optimal. I have to use Smeargle. But anyway, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry. Anyway, so when I was in the double encounters, I wasn't using that. Now that I'm on the single encounters, I will use it. Because the point is that back then, I mean, not back then, like, not only, if the next year I will be on the double encounters, for example, it is optimal to keep Golduck in the first spot instead of Illuminate, because you will be wasting a turn to send Golduck, and Golduck is needed to prevent explosion, of course. And the point is that you can't waste a turn in a double battle because there is Clydol that is gonna kill your shiny. And there is also the ally of the shiny that is gonna kill the shiny potentially with Earthquake or Explosion. And by sending Golduck right away, you can prevent explosion. But if the shiny, for example, is Machoke and there is Clydol, and Clydol got Psychic, and Clydol is like programmed to always go after a Pokemon that is like weak to it. Alright, so if there is like Machoke or there is Slugma, because Clydol knows the two screens, Ancient Power and Psychic. Ancient Power is like super effective against fire types, so like Slugma, Magby, but Magby you can find it in the double encounters. But like, I don't know, let's say only or even Golbat, for example, is also weak to Psychic, also Machoke, etc. All these Pokemon can actually be destroyed, and that's why you need to use Golbat in the first spot. And that's why I wasn't using the shiny. I didn't want to see the sparkles, and I was forced to keep it in the first place, basically. But now, I still went after the shiny ones, because like in my ultimate team, in my ultimate shiny hunting team, I want to keep the like beside Abra, that is the Synchronizer, and Staryu, it is the Illuminate. All the other ones gotta be a flex, of course. So yeah. No, it's not enough. It depends on like how many devices you hunt from, but I strongly think that if you are from the double encounters, something that I didn't do the past year, it's worth it to use the Oni. Actually, I never tried to use the Oni in a double barrel, like when followed by an NPC, but I don't think there is a problem with that. And it should definitely take place. The White Flute is, like, I was using it back then, is super useful, but not enough. But even Illuminate isn't enough. Like, the encounter rate in the Stark Mountain is very low. And you're just running, you're not even going with the bike. Because of the NPC that is following you. So it's really not too comfortable. Like, many times you are even running through, like, from the entire, like, from east to west, the entire thing, and getting like 1 or 2 encounters at best. And there are so many steps you're taking. So in my honest opinion, it is really worth it to use the Oni, especially if you're from many devices. If I could go back, I would do that. I will be on the single encounters this time, because I'm looking for Magby. So I didn't choose yet what I want to do, if I want to go for Illuminate and run, or if I want to go for the Oni, but I will only be from 4 devices, so I could really easily do both. Don't really know. But, I mean, remember that if you are going with Illuminate, I mean, it is still worth it to use the White Flute. In single hunting, I don't know, it feels like still very convenient to go for the Oni, really. But I don't know, it is up to you, actually. I mean, no, the Oni is a guaranteed encounter, it's pretty good. I'm guessing Cloud9 also for the following one. Hi Luke, let's go. I'm kind of streaming during the day now. I mean, during the day right now, it is, I mean, afternoon in Italy. But yeah, you got what I mean. Bro, congrats on Nether, and I saw the picture, bro. was about to say easy catch, but like from what I think Scarty said, or Swampy, I don't remember, it didn't seem to be easy. Insane. Insane. I'm really happy for you, by the way, about that. Like, considering how much you wanted it, like the fact that you went that smooth. Super glad. I feel like you would have really been disappointed if you had to Master Ball it. Did you by chance prepare the Lepa Berry strategy against it? Like, were you, like, safe overall? Or you were risking it? I would always risk it, by the way. I don't think I would ever use the Lepa Berry strategy ever. It just ruins the catch, in my honest opinion. Triple Mantyke. This is the maximum we ever got so far. Still looking for quad. You did it right, and you got rewarded. Let's go. I would love to see that. By the way, now I'm kind of feeling a Pelipper. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why. I'm kind of like paying too much attention to them coming across the screen. I'm just like taking a look to those wings from the shadows. I feel like I'm innerly feeling a shiny Pelipper. I mean, at some point, it gotta come. So. By the way, look at that Mantyke, how happy it is. Kills me. Super happy to be regular. Looking at me. Anyway, I think I will get to 5Ks today. 1,500 chilling. In the end, slowly, but we are proceeding. We're like a couple of streams away from the odds. In the end. I agree, it is cool. It is cute. Should have been one of those Pokemons you could carry with you in the... How's it called? Like, I don't know, that spot in Sinnoh in which you can actually run with the Pokemon following you. I would say. not getting the reference. What happened? Hold on. What do you mean? Give me a little bit of background. Oh. Oh, that's unfortunate. Like, at first... No, I didn't think it was serious at first. F. Got a 8 Mantyke then. Triple Mantyke. Where's someone in it? My goodness. I mean, like, bro, like, it is crazy actually being a crocodile hunter and then being killed by a Mantyke. For 600s. Rest in peace. What a strange combo of emojis. That's cool. I mean, I bet he would have loved to see his son doing it. I mean, bringing on what he was doing. Gotta be... I mean, gotta feel good. I hope I'll be able to do it myself before dying, honestly. The living ducks. Then for the channel, it will be an honor. Like, I genuinely hope not to die before 20 living ducks, bro. Before completing it. I mean, it's time to clip these words, I guess, and see what happens to me in the next 5 years. or whatever it is. That would be insane, by the way. I mean, considering also how much of, like, in the end, a strange hobby this might seem, or activity rather than hobby is more appropriate. It would be, I mean, it would be a very great achievement to be able to, like, pass such a love, like a shiny hunting love, actually. This Mantyke will be the only one left for the living decks. Imagine, and I'm starting it right now. I can't but, like, be curious about the outcome whenever I start such hound. These hounds are just the best ones in my honest opinion. Like, as I was saying in the Dratini video, that is not even close to this one when it comes to the percentages, but these hounds are just, like, too superior. Bro, like, whatever thing you're hunting, you can't phase, like, you know that thing is gonna sparkle at some point. I also know that Mantyke is gonna sparkle at some point, but it's not the same. I don't know. I'm super happy to finally be on this type of hounds this year. I missed them the past year. This would be insane. Bro, dream death. No cap. I mean, I would definitely be dying happy. That's for sure. But it would be sad because I wouldn't be able to upload the video, I guess. It would be the only shiny I have, like, on stream, beside the Pokéradar ones that I never uploaded. Would be very sad. Bro, I mean, it makes sense to me. I mean, bro, like, dying of Earth attack because you are too happy is, like, I don't know, gotta be peak, I guess. I mean, I hope no one gets offended by what I'm saying if, like, some of their, like, close friends or whatever went through these. I think it's pretty rare, actually, but I don't even know. Bella Verzi. By the way, you just joined in a very peak moment of this stream, I think. We're talking about dying of Earth attack at 80, I mean, in the 80s, because I got a shiny. Would be a dream death, in my honest opinion. I don't know about you. At that point, I would definitely need my son to edit the video for me, I guess. Imagine, bro. That one would probably be the day my channel will explode. Dies while shiny hunting. And I will never be able to see it. A banger of a video, bro. 1000%. Thank God. I mean, but you never know. You never know. But I think if it didn't happen for coughing, I mean, with coughing, I'm pretty far away. Still a very noble death. Come on, give me 2 other Mantykes. We got 4. Would be clean. Yeah, exactly. But honestly speaking, what I felt for coughing was the most intense thing so far ever. Literally. I generally don't. I don't know. I can't see myself finding something that makes me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I will ever find anything that would make me shake that much. Or like the only thing I think it might be, or like something that really got something structured around it. And by saying structured, I mean like, I don't know, going for a target and having phased an amount of time that is insane, or like one of these type of things. Or I think whenever I will go for, I don't know, a 1% or stuff like that. Yeah. It should be pretty quick, at least. Leveling it up in the Stark Mountain directly is insane. Just surfing everything away. Such an easy level up. I literally leveled it up to 100 during my first journey in the Stark Mountain, and ironically, like from a video to another, you could see the ones in 2023, you could see the Golducks being at level 80 and then at level 100, and it took me literally a day in which I was literally hunting and killing everything. And by the end of the session, I was done, I think. Phase 2 for a regular Pokemon is insane. How did you set up the catch for Etran? Since you were going for it. It shouldn't be a difficult catch in Platinum. Platinum, I mean, got many PPs more. Phase 2 on Golduck. He's going after it in the Mount Silver. That's why. I don't even know how rare it is, but I don't know, 10%? I would say. Or 20, I don't know. If you're struggling this much, I guess one of these two. Once I was even setting up a journey in the Mount Silver, then I dropped it because another fellow Italian hunter found a freaking on-camera Pupitar in the Mount Silver. That was the first level in Europe I wanted to go for. And that I could be on right now, unironically, potentially, if I didn't... I mean, I didn't go for it in the end. Anyway. And I remember that when I was setting up the hunt, there was Golduck. I didn't remember it being easier than like 20%, I don't know. Higher than 20. Jizzy, did you check the percentages? Are you going after a 5% Golduck in the wild? By the way, Verzi, congrats on the phases. Let's go. Best of luck. That's unfortunate. You're gonna get punished. We were talking about Golduck like an hour ago, half an hour ago, I don't know. I think it looks very good. It looks good in Air Gold and Soul Silver. In Diamond and Platinum, the sprite is a bit weird, but the Pokemon itself is not bad. It's very simple. It's cool. I'm in Gen 1. Way better than the one in Gen 4, by the way. It is way too gold. I don't... not even gold. I don't know how to describe it. No, but... No, probably gold. Yeah. I would have liked it way more if it was colored as Growler is in Gen 4. Or as it is in Gen 3. Stop, bro. You're capping too much today, bro. I really couldn't imagine a Mega Evolution for Golduck. Big hands. I don't know. You never know. You never know. I mean, it would be great. In 10 phases. Could you also get Cubone in that place? I remember when I asked you, you told me you can also get Machop. But I don't remember all the Pokemons. Mega Roserade would be so cool. Guessing Cloud9. Roserade is one of my favorite Pokemons. So noble. Love it. By the way, about the Roserade line, it triggers me so much that Badiou and Roserade belong to Gen 4, but Roselia doesn't, and in the Living Dex I will have to go for Badiou and Roserade, and I won't be able to see... I mean, I think I will have the entire line somehow at some point. In the end, Roselia is kind of easy to find. But it triggers me that, like, I couldn't do... Like, I don't know, I couldn't go from Badiou to Roselia and then to Roserade. Anyway. Weird. You're talking about the... like, how it looks. It looks good. Looks very good. Also Roselia. But you... to me has always been the biggest NPC. Especially like in Diamond and Pearl, it really seems a freaking NPC grass type Pokemon. Unironically. In Platinum it already looks like a... I don't know, it's a bit bigger. I don't know, it looks... got more personality, I would say, but Badiou in Diamond and Pearl. I was throwing every time I was finding it in the wild when I was a child. When I found out that that one was the base form of Roselia that was then turning into Roserade, I couldn't believe that. I was like, bro, this thing... this seed... I never felt that way about Roserade. That's interesting. Let's go, congrats on the regular Golduck with Damp. At least it should already be at a decently high level. it was in the Mount Silver. Congrats on Daffy Duck. GG's. Almost 800s. Pretty good. By the way, guessing careful. Yeah, 1000%. Like you should level it up to 100. 1000% if you're counting in the double encounters. And you should also EV train it most likely. The point is that the Golduck gotta be able to always defeat in a single move every single possible Pokemon. Alright? And the worst one that you could face, as far as I remember, should be Weezing with a plus defense nature. In that spot, like, if your Golduck like isn't really good, even with a stab Wurfle, you're not killing it. It is easy to level up, by the way. Just surf everything in the Stark Mountain as Verzi is doing right now, and that's it. So you could even do it during the process, unironically. So like during the Stark Mountain week itself, it would take you, I think, from level 51 probably a couple days if you kill every single encounter you get to bring it to 100. No, probably a bit more, because since he is low on level right now, it might take you a bit longer to kill the Pokemons. Like a single surf wouldn't be enough against like some Weezings or whatever. But you should really probably EV train it, potentially. Or maybe not EV train it, but I mean, you're already in the... No, there aren't this many Pokemons with plus attack. With the attack EV. At least give them the thing that makes the attack go up to 100 EVs. At least, so that you're putting in the bag a little boost with the medicines. I would do that 1000%. Then about the EV training, I don't know, but you can always use the calculator for the battle to check. In the end, you just gotta see how many. You just gotta see the level, which Pokemons you can find in the area, the level. Set the Pokemon in the calculator and see if your Golduck with your ability is enough to kill it. With all the possible scenarios. It is not even this much prep. Like, it's not the worst. It's not the worst. Give me 5 Mantykes. 3. In the end, you do it once, and then it is done for good. But, you should check the nature of the Golduck. Because if you got a plus attack nature... Because my Golducks were adamant. The regular ones that I was using. And I don't remember if I EV trained them or not in the end. I'm not really sure. But Adamant and Stab Wurfle should be enough at level 100 to kill a Weezing with plus defense. Plus speed minus special defense. I don't know. I would commit into some EVs, honestly. Might be minus defense, not special defense. never remember it. Another thing you could do is give it the choice band. That is just like free effort, like no effort. You give it the choice band, you are only using waterfall in the end. I mean, right now to level it up, you would be using surf. But if you give him, it can even be the choice band or even the item that makes it go lower on HPs every turn if you battle. If you use an attacking move, I don't know its name in English. Life orb. But I think the choice band is better. I don't remember now. But that one is a free thing you can use without having to put any effort in. And it is, I mean, makes you stay a bit safer. Anyway, 3 hours ago, I got asked which ones were my expectations about the Stark Mountain event. I don't have expectations, but I hope that I'm finding at least 3 shinies. I literally approached the IRL in the same way, saying, I want to find some shinies. Bro, I didn't find anything. I found 1. At least, I mean, I will be hunting probably, I mean, overall, I think I will be collecting less encounters than the one, I mean, compared to the IRL, honestly. Considering I was hunting the entire day. Let's go. Hi, Harley. How's it? I'm great. Or I just like collecting my mind over the upcoming Stark Mountain Double Week event. That if you don't know about it, the 1st of February, I'm hosting a community event in the Stark Mountain Double Week in Stark Mountain that is named Stark Mountain Double Week. 2 weeks in which we hunt in the Stark Mountain, and you can face shinies there, so it's cool. Sometimes. Anyway, I would like to find 3. At least 3. Then, if I'm getting Magby first phase, even 1 is okay. Bro, by the way, I now that I think about it, I didn't make up my mind about what I'm doing if I actually get Magby. Because like, what do? I didn't think of that, actually. I wasn't really even considering the chance of finding it in these few weeks. I mean, I might set up Gligar, ironically. Same amount. Literally. Would be fitting, I guess. Bro, my cargo is great. Donate on it. I actually can't believe I only got one so far. It's literally the easiest thing to find. But to me, Macargo is a bit overrated. It's a great shiny. But I've seen, like, I really like this shell, but I think the body, the color of the body should have been a bit different, in my honest opinion. Because this shell and the body, like, if you, I don't know, first sight, they look very similar, kind of. Like, there should be, like, I don't know, to me, shinies should be, like, split when it comes to colors. One dark color and one light color. Or two dark or two light and one dark, but not a semi-dark and, like, a light. I don't know. Macargo needs a mega. I mean, why not? Why not? To me, it could easily have just like a regular evolution instead of a mega. In the end, it is small. But those Pokemons are so old. Like, I couldn't really even see an evolution for it. Like, that one, that Pokemon is, like, just done and that's it. I just can't. But I wouldn't mind a regular evolution for it. Honestly. Besides Machoke and Magby, I would also like Camerupt, actually, considering I'm on Diamond and Pearl finally. I'm not really, like, I wouldn't be sad if I wasn't getting it, because in the end, like, at some point, I will find one. It is not one of those, like, extremely exclusive shinies that you feel like you will never find from the area. You can find it also in the outside, in the double encounters, like, at some point one will come up. But I wouldn't dislike at all finding one. It is like a very peculiar Pokemon of the place that I don't have and that I never had the chance to find so far. It would be very cool. Gotta see if I wanna include an eventual Machoke evolution clip in the video if I get a Machoke. Just as a little tribute, since I love Machamp. I don't know. I will see if I can make it fit in the final film. But I gotta find it first. By the way, so far it is out a bit dry. Still no emotions. Out of 3 sessions. Unexpected, considering the luck I had at the beginning of the year. Honestly, like, on that flow, I was expecting to find a shiny by, I don't know, alpha odds. I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm finding it, sometimes I don't. But I mean, we still have 90 encounters. I will go off stream at 5Ks. So we will be 3Ks away from the odds. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You could do that. Like within 2 or 3 days, you should be at level 100, and you wouldn't have risked this much. Nah, wait, bro, wait. I'm already making it be 2 weeks long. It is a lot, actually. It makes it be a bit dispersive, in my honest opinion, but it is the best thing to do, so that everyone can join if they want to. But if you started today, bro. Don't do that. Almost 12 hours in. I mean, it could even be like a play to I don't know, like to boot a stream hunting for something else, and like use, or just like boot a stream and like level it up. And no, but you wouldn't. I mean, it would take a couple days probably to level it up to 100. I was saying like, and at the time it gets to 100, like you switch to the hound you wanted to do. But no, yeah. Bro, if something shines, imagine. It's right. It's a little bit of super early pre-gaming. It could work. I think like 10 minutes. No, less than 10 minutes. Probably 10 minutes. I'm getting to 5,000. That's it. 1,500 total today. Okay, best of luck. Best of luck. Like, I mean, I wish you a shiny, but at your risk. Because with an under-leveled Golduck, you never know what could happen, actually. I mean, don't worry, bro. We're close to the Stark Mountain week, bro. There will be time to be on stream and to catch it. Also, during the first week of the Stark Mountain week, I should be not free, but more free than the week after. So hopefully I can even stream more eventually even every day the first week, the first 8 days, but I don't know, it is a bit uncertain. No, I will try. No, I want to do every time I will be hunting for the event, I will be on stream. I will try and do like as many streams as possible during those 2 weeks to enjoy the entire thing together, bro. I don't know if I will ever do a pre-gaming stream this time, because I don't know if I will be able to the last day of January. But yeah, from the 1st of February onward, I will do all the sessions on stream for the Stark Mountain, 1000%. Polyhood is very cool. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Let's see. The past year, I don't remember how many shinies we got total. I think around like 40 or 50. I don't remember. Like I mentioned it in the video, but it's been a while since I saw it. It was like 1000%, like from 40 to 50, probably 45. I don't know. That was a lot. In the end. I don't even remember how many of us participated. I think 10. And I mean, there are many. But I think this year we might definitely break the record, I would say. Last year in the end, I found a few actually. It was double wheezing. No, one wheezing. No, one wheezing, 2 gravelers and coughing, 4, I think. And 4 only because I took like 2 weeks, no, 1 week and a half of extra time because I couldn't complete the phase. Insane. Anyway, yeah, I think it was 4 overall. Oh no, there was also Etron, so 5. Yeah, I was thinking about the same thing. Literally. Only because of Saga, the average shiny like was up of like a couple. Bro, insane! Like 24 encounters and 70 encounters, bro. The overkill does. Literally. And he was hunting on a freaking single device, bro. This year he will be on 4, if I understood it. If I understood it right. If I got it right. Or 4 or 5, I didn't understand. Bro. Like, one device and it destroyed everyone the past year. Bro. Penta Squidward. For real. For real. He's the main character. He's the MC. The mosquito. I can already see him getting fired because he's hunting at work. Anyway, last encounter. Got to 5,000. Come on. Last encounter shiny, just as Arceus. Nope. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thanks so much for being my company. I enjoyed this stream, as always. Got to 5,000. In a couple streams, we will get the odds, I guess, for the Hound. So it's pretty good, actually. Hopefully, if first phase doesn't get to triple odds, I don't know. But I wouldn't really care. Well, that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe.